Hi everyone! If you are looking for investment, want to raise finance, want to sell your business, or simply want to track your financial results more closely, then you may be looking to have a financial model that is tailored for your business.
Normally, these models are shared with other stakeholders such as proposed bank, corporate finance advisor, or crowdsourcing platform. All my models will have a number of assumptions and metrics that are tailored to your business.
Every business is different, and so we take time to understand the business model, review the financial information that is available in the business, and then iterate through a number of drafts with our clients. Aside from simply architecting and building the mechanics of the financial model, we can also add a value by giving you our opinion on whether your assumptions of future results are aligned to the expectations of your external stakeholders. For example, is the growth too much or too little? Are you generating enough cash? Are your overhead assumptions realistic?
I've been doing this work for over 16 years, and my models have helped people raise over 100 million in financing. On our YouTube channel, we will also be posting different financial models or business plans that may help the business owner calculate the amount of financing needed for the project, profit, payback period, and many other financial metrics. And also, using these models, a business owner will be able to see what type of inputs may affect this or that business idea. So these models may be some kind of a checklist before you start your own business. Today, we will be covering barbershop/hair salon business plan or financial model.
If you're having some business idea in mind, this very simple model or a business plan will answer the following simple questions. How much financing is needed? What is the payback period? What will be the cash flow, profit, and profitability of your business idea? You also want to know how this or that type of revenues or expenses affect your business model. This is very interesting and exciting, isn't it? Today, we will be covering main groups of inputs. Then, we will be overviewing the cash flow statements, charts, diagrams, and finally, sensitivity analysis. Of course, you can download this model using the link in the description of this video.
If you find value in my content, kindly remember to tap the like button and subscribe. You can also share this video with your friends who have some business ideas in mind. For any inquiries, suggestions, or feedback, we warmly welcome your thoughts in the comment sections below.
Now let's move to the model.
We have a rule in our model. All our inputs are living only in blue cells. All other cells contain only formulas, so we're not touching them while we will be building different scenarios.
In our financial model, we have 4 types of working places. Each workplace may differ by services provided or by a qualification of a specialist. So, for each type of working place, we have an orange tab describing its parameters.
First of all, let's create a list of services that are being provided by hairdressers or barbers. Then, we are moving to pricing by service. We will also be adding chronology parameter to the list of our services. Here, we can mention the duration of the services. This will help us later create a credible revenue generating algorithm that we will trust. Then we specify the amount of direct cost for each service that we provide. What we can do else, we can switch on and off different services from the cash flow and see how a business idea performs in this or that scenario.
Next block of inputs gives us an opportunity to set up bonuses in percentage of revenues for each barber or a hairdresser that works in our salon.
Then we move to time parameters. Here we have different types of days. Typical week from Monday to Friday plus typical holiday. Here we specify the amount of working hours for each type of day. In the next table, we're specifying the amount of different types of days in each month, giving us 365 days totals in a typical year.
Now we are moving to a very important block of inputs. We need to describe our typical week from Monday to Friday plus typical holiday. We are specifying the services plus setting up what barbers will be performing this or that service.
Here, we did some conditional formatting, showing us if we exceed the working hours, and if yes, on what percentage. If we see red color here, that means we need to reduce the amount of services until we see green color here. We are doing this exercise for each day of typical week plus holiday.
Then we are moving to the next step and describing the next type of working place. So we are moving orange tab by orange tab, describing all 4 types of working places.
Then we need to consolidate the revenues and direct costs from all our working places. We will be doing that here in the blue model tab.
We are starting with setting up the first year when the investment stage of your business idea starts.
Then we specify year and month when the first revenues in our project occur. Here we can name our working places. We can also switch them on and off from calculations and see the payback period with or without this or that type of working place. Using these buttons, you will be able to see how this or that type of workplaces affects revenues, costs, profit, and other business metrics. This is very interesting.
And finally, we can specify the amount for each type of working place.
When we start any business, it's almost impossible to reach target level of revenues right from the first month of operating activity. In this block of inputs, we can specify how fast we will be reaching target revenues in percentages for each type of working place. Later, this block of inputs will give us an opportunity to see the amount of operating losses before we reach break-even point. We can see these losses here in our cash flow statement.
Now we are moving to investment stage expenses.
Here we have a very simple block of inputs. Green column is a moment in timeline when we will get the first revenues. In the first column, we're describing what we are investing in. Here, in this area, we are setting up how much we will be investing in this or that moment of investment stage.
Now we are moving to payroll.
In this simple table of inputs, we're naming positions, setting up the monthly salary per person on each position, and finally, covering the amount of people on each position.
Then we are moving to fixed costs.
The interface for the fixed costs is very simple as well. Here we have the typical year, where we will be able to allocate our fixed costs. If you have any seasonality for some fixed cost items, you may specify it here.
Then we have the interface for depreciation.
We can specify depreciation status for each investment plan item and specify the depreciation term in months.
Let's move to taxes. We are living in different countries, so we have different types of taxes that have different tax bases.
First, we have value-added tax percentage rate. Then we cover asset tax rate, salary tax for the payroll, net profit tax, revenue tax, if we have any, and revenue minus all costs including investment plan expenses. If we don't have this or that tax, we can simply put 0 into a specific cell.
Now we are moving to the cash flow statement.
Here we have 3 important yellow lines. First line, result from operating activity, shows us profit without investment plan expenses and loans. The second yellow line is a result from the investment activity. Here we can see how much money we need during the investment stage. The third yellow line is a result from financing activity. Here we mainly focus on the amount of loan payments comparing to operating activity cash flow. Operating profit must be as high as possible comparing to the results of financing activity. Cash balance at the end of the period will show you how much of accumulated profit has been generated by the project by this or that moment in timeline.
We also have the P&L statement with calculated EBITDA. You can find it here.
Then we are setting up the discount rate for the project. Next table is very important for the business owner. It shows financial efficiency of your business idea. Simple and discounted payback periods, profitability index, net income, net present value or NPV, total financing needed by type, and finally, internal rate of return.
You can also add several loans to your project.
For loans, we can specify the following parameters: amount of loan, when we get this loan, year and month, term of loan in months, interest rate, and grace period in months for principal payments and interest payments.
On the Charts tab, we have a bunch of diagrams describing simple and discounted payback period, loan coverage ratio, revenues, costs, profit, profitability, cash balance, and many other. Then we have summary table for cash flow and P&L statements done yearly.
Then we have several yellow tabs that represent sensitivity analysis. These tabs give us an opportunity to see what will happen to financial efficiency values if revenues and expenses increase or decrease. Each yellow tab represents its own parameter: revenues, payroll, fixed costs, direct costs, investment plan expenses, interest rate, and loan amount.
Let's look at revenue sensitivity analysis tab, and Peter will show you how it works.
At the top, we've got the financial efficiency parameters. Then we specify the iteration for the parameter. This parameter affects this line, so we can use any step for the revenues increase or decrease. 100% values represent current scenario financial model that we've created in a blue model tab. Then we press Sense button and see the financial efficiency if revenue grows or decreases with this speed. Let's set up another iteration value and run sensitivity analysis again.
The same logic with other sensitivity analysis tab. Let's run them.
So this was Barbershop/Hair Salon Financial Model, or a business plan that will allow you to see the financial efficiency of your business idea.
Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Share this video with your friends who have business ideas. We can also create Excel decision-making tools, financial models, business plans, Power BI dashboards for your business.
See you next tutorials.
And bye!